To be honest, she used to tell me I was never going to make it because of how lazy I was, so...
She grew up in a place called Balranald in New South Wales, which is really small. Moved out of home when she was 18, come down to Melbourne to the big smoke, I guess, and learned to fend for herself. And I guess me moving to Brisbane's a similar thing. I've had the opportunity to lean on her and learn off her, and obviously she's been such a big support for me, and we have such a funny relationship. Probably get my competitive side from her. Whenever we go back home, there's always these Connect 4 championships that we have, and nearly goes to throwing fists at the end, and then we won't speak to each other for a couple of days. So, but no, I love her. She's the best.
Obviously, we grew up on the farm with 3 boys. I usually say 4 because the old man's a big kid, so she held us all together. But she was a teacher back home. She made a lot of sacrifices for our family, and we're a really tight-knit family. So it's a day we like to celebrate and take her out for a few wines and a nice feed. So. Yeah, just say happy Mother's Day, Mum, love you, and thanks for everything you've done for us.
She actually fired me when I was 14 because I didn't rock up to work one Sunday morning, so she fired me. So she was the first person to fire me in the industry, but she's got me wanting more. Maybe it was a tactic. Thanks for giving me all the food. I've grown up nice and big and strong. She followed me around actually. She was the canteen lady at our primary school for 7 years, and she fed me basically breakfast, lunch and dinner, which I mean most kids are expected to get throughout their childhood, but she was actually there for all 3 meals throughout the day, and she's big in the hospitality world now as well, and it's something that I dream of doing. So people say I'm very close to my mum and I'm taking after her, and we're very similar, and I'd say they're correct because she's a beautiful woman.
When my brother left to go to the army, he was always in charge. He would get me up for bed, get me up for the school bus. When he left, I just slept in. I don't know why I wouldn't listen to Mum. She'd always tell me to get up, but then she'd have to drive me in. And I look back at them and go, what were you doing? Just get up for the bus, stop making your mum drive in. I learned from a young age that no matter how fast I ran to get away from her when I'd done something wrong, she could always catch me. And if she didn't, it was only because she didn't want to. So, yeah, I figured sometimes she's like, oh, you can sprint off and I can have a break. Now being a parent, that makes sense.
To be honest, she used to tell me I was never going to make it because of how lazy I was. So I was pretty poor at school. I used to wag, so she gave me a lot of feedback on footy because I used to miss trainings and stuff. I used to be able to get away with it. She pulled me into line a lot of times. In a way, she impacted my life where I had to make a decision where I was just going to keep being lazy or pull my head in and follow my dreams of being an AFL player, which I actually work hard. So in that aspect, she was a tough mum, but she was a good mum.
It's hard to say she's the best mum in the world about my mum and my wife because, you know, you can't really favour it either. So they are equally the best mums in the world. I think my mum taught me to reverse park when I was on my L's. Yeah, it's a real dad thing to do, but no, that was mum. I was a big baby, I was pushing 10 pounds, so tip of the lid to mum, well done. Great job, and thanks for everything you've done. I love you.